Late good afternoon, everyone. I know you guys have been waiting. I hope you had a good lunch, and thank you so much for coming. It's a privilege and an honor to be standing here in front of you to talk about this phenomenal moment. When we first spoke about it, we never envisaged that this would even be possible, but this has been a dream come true. And first of all, I would like to thank members of the media. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for covering our launch event for our PWR League India Tour. And I would like to thank Mr. Andre Agassi. Thank you for making the trip. Great. It is such an honor to be in the same room as Mr. Agassi. I had the privilege of meeting him about a week and a half ago in Munich, and it's surreal to meet him twice in 2 weeks. And you know, it's a fanboy moment. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being here. And we're privileged also to have India's tennis legend, Mr. Rohan Bopanna. I've met Rohan now twice as well, once through pickleball and then second time through pickleball as well. So hopefully on a court, Rohan, soon. So, and you know, Rohan's achieved so much in the last 12 months, and it's been such a journey. And I mean, I'm sure we'll get you more on the pickleball court, you know, but now, right now, it's the Aussie Open coming up for you, right? So all the best for that as well. Finally, on the dais, we have Mr. Jaunty Rhodes as well. He needs no introduction, right? And we were having a very interesting conversation yesterday, how he would like to pick some of the kabaddi guys for cricket fielding. Some kabaddi owners here may not like that. And the man of the hour, because of whom this has all been possible, and we've been privileged at PWR Group to partner with the Times Group, and to bring the sport to this level. Mr. Vineet Jain, thank you so much. Mr. Jain and I, we met on a pickleball court, and from there, his love for the sport show through, and we discussed pickleball on the pickleball court, pickleball business off the court, and even now, every time I have a meeting with him in his Delhi house, he always requests me to come in short so we can play beforehand and before we discuss any business. So that's the passion he has for the sport, and not just pickleball now, he's doing the same for paddle as well. So it's great to have such a good benefactor for the sport and the sporting industry as such. So thank you, Mr. Vineet Jain, once again. And with me on my dais, last but not least, I have my co-founder, Aditya Khanna. Adi is an avid tennis player, an okay pickleball player. I've beaten him once or twice. So I take every opportunity to, say that through. But yeah, he did beat me in paddle a few days ago. I mean, one of the sets. So I would give him that, but pickleball has still got a few ways to go. Adi has been the support system. All my founders, Uday and Ashish, they've all been the support system for us. And we also have some of our future potential partners here in the room, and we are excited and privileged to have them here. So I'll take 2 minutes just to tell you what we are doing and what our vision is and how we feel this sport, which I feel transcends gender, transcends socioeconomic background, transcends age. It transcends so many things that it's one of the most inclusive sports in the world. It's a sport that my daughter, my wife, and my father, we can all play together on the same court and still have a competitive game. It's a sport where me with my weight can dream of playing against some of the most fitter guys or more fitter people across on the court and live out our athletic fantasies, as per to say. And at the same time, it's a sport where when you play singles or when you even play doubles at a very competitive level, it's one of the most difficult sports. So it's got everything going for itself. It's a sport which has a low learning curve, difficult to master, but more importantly, it's the buzzword today, right? Everybody has heard of pickleball. Nobody had heard of it 6 months ago or 1 year ago, but suddenly everybody has heard of it. Everybody is playing it, and that's the phenomenon that pickleball is. Once you start playing it, you cannot stop it. So, that's where we are. And our objective at PWR is actually to provide pathways for kids who will start playing pickleball today and then eventually become the stars of India. And that's how we see it. We see the sport getting into the Olympics in 2036, and we want the first gold medal to come from India. That's our vision at PWR. And with that embodied vision, today we want to announce an ecosystem for the players so that they can participate in leagues, participate in tournaments, participate in pathways, and not just in India, but across the globe. And that's been the vision, to build a global pickleball franchise, global pickleball brand based out of India. And once again, we're very, very grateful for Times Group to believing in that vision and Mr. Vineet Jain to be believing in that vision. And that's what we want to launch today. So thank you so much for being here, and looking forward to having you in the future as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pranav. Amazing insights as always. And this pickleball revolution is growing by the day. And there's one group that has always been ahead of the curve. The Times Group has indeed revolutionized pickleball with the kind of events we've been seeing over the last few months. And one man has been leading it from the front. Calling on stage the managing director of the Times Group, Mr. Vineet Jain.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a pleasure to stand before you today as we mark a significant milestone in the growth of pickleball in India with the launch of PWR DUPR India League and Tour. We are excited to have tennis legend, pickleball enthusiast, investor and player Andre Agassi at the launch of this league. We are equally excited to have former world #1 doubles tennis player, India's very own Rohan Bopanna with us today. I'm especially thankful to our Honorable Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, for his kind words of support and encouragement to this new age sport. He could not be here in person, but was kind enough to record a speech for the benefit of the pickleball community in India and abroad. The Times Group is proud to be an anchor investor in PWR, a path-breaking initiative that unifies the global pickleball community through its national and international league, tour events, and a ranking system. The Times Group is known for its innovation and for being ahead of the curve in every one of its initiatives. To drive pickleball's popularity and take this sport to a larger audience, we have launched our digital platform, pickleballnow.in. Focused exclusively on pickleball content. We, along with the Indian Pickleball Association, plan to host the National Pickleball Championship from 23rd to 26th January 2025 at our Times Group's Bennett University, which is proud to have 10 pickleball courts. India is one of the fastest growing markets for pickleball. We were pleasantly surprised to see 800 plus player entries and a large audience at the recently held PWR India Masters event in Delhi in October. This further confirmed our belief that pickleball in India is set to grow exponentially. Player participation, infrastructure, and facilities in pickleball are seeing growth not only in metros, but also in smaller towns. We are clear that we want to make pickleball a very major mainstream sport in India and create a robust ecosystem benefiting players, fans, team owners, and investors. Accordingly, we have signed up with the best global and Indian talent to play in our league. This will make it more competitive, improve the standard of the game in India, drive fan engagement, and bring newer audiences and players to the sport. PWR India League is supported by the Indian Pickleball Association, the Asian Pickleball Association, and the Global Pickleball Federation, all of which are credible governing bodies with international recognition. As we begin on this journey together, I encourage fans, players, and stakeholders to join this exciting ride and make pickleball a household name in India, while raising the level of the sport very significantly. I would like to thank Andre Agassi and Rohan for their presence here today and look forward to seeing them play a fun and exciting match to launch the PWR DUPR India League. I would also like to thank John T. Rhodes to be a part of this event. Thank you, and let's celebrate the sport of pickleball together.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jain. And now we have a very special message for all of you from the Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, on the screen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed athletes, coaches, and friends. It is a great pleasure to join you today for the launch of the PWR DUPR India League. As the world's fastest growing racket sports, pickleball is gaining immense popularity in India, and this league is a significant step forward in promoting the sports both here and globally. I would like to especially congratulate Shri Vinit Jain, MD the Times Group, for this wonderful initiative. His role in promoting sports like pickleball and paddleball in India will go a long way in promoting the emerging sports in India. His commitment to nurturing sports is equally visible in unparalleled sporting facilities which have been created at the Bennett University. This is exactly what an emerging superpower like India needs: an all-around development of our youth. PWR, the collaborative effort between the Times Group and Pickleball League Asia, along with the support of the Indian Pickleball Association, the Asian Pickleball Association, and the Global Pickleball Federation, is helping elevate India's presence in international pickleball community. The success of the PWR DUPR India Masters in New Delhi, which attracted hundreds of participants including international stars, along with Indian stars Arman Bhatia and Aditya Ruhela, showed the incredible potential of these sports in India. Building on this success, I hope the upcoming PWR DUPR India League will feature top-tier global and Indian talent and will put India on the global map of pickleball. It will inspire more young athletes across the nation to take up the sport. Government of India, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, is committed to promoting sports in India through programs like Khelo India, Kirti and Tops. Khelo India has been a game changer in transforming the sports ecosystem and nurturing young talents. In our 15 editions, it has seen participation from over 48,000 athletes and established more than 1,000 district level Khelo India centers to provide training across the country. This comprehensive support system has helped many athletes excel on the global stage, contributing to India's best ever finish at the recent Paralympics, where the country won a record-breaking 29 medals in a single edition, highest in the nation's history. These efforts are making India a rising force in the world of sports. I extend my best wishes to all the athletes competing in the league. Your dedication is truly inspiring, and I am confident that this league will be a major milestone in India's sporting journey. Thank you to everyone involved in making this vision a reality. Let us work together to continue advancing sports in India. Best of luck, and let the games begin. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, moving forward, it used to be said, one must age like fine wine. But now it is said, one must age like Rohan Bopanna. 20 plus years of playing tournaments week in and week out, all year round. And at the age of 41, this man wanted to retire. He did not. Marched on. At 43, with no cartilage in his knees, he went on to win the Australian Open this year and became the oldest doubles world number 1 in tennis history. Now at level 44, this inspirational journey continues. I give you the timeless, ageless wonder, Rohan Bopanna. Do you want to speak a few words with all of us? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Definitely a very different setting from the 30 years I've been, doing and learning. But it's really nice to be in an event where today India is picking up a new sport. It's trendy. It's a vibe, and I welcome Andre to India. I think it's obviously we are proud to have you in our beautiful country, and we've all grown up watching you play, and it's now nice to have you here, right here, and supporting a great sport like pickleball here in India. And Jyoti, I've also watched you play many, many times, and it's lovely to have you here as well. And it's nice when sportsmen, I think, come together, support other sports, and I think Pranav, congratulations and good luck for this league, and Mr. Jain. I think all sports need support, the way you have been doing for such a long time. So wish you all the very best, and for everyone going to be playing pickleball, I think I'm wishing them the very best for, this sport to really pick up. I think India is still a growing country in terms of sport culture. We're still, I know cricket is more like an emotion than a sport for us here in the country. And no matter where I am, I always watch that. But this is a lovely sport which is caught up, and wish everyone all the very best, and thanks for having me here today.
Thank you so much, Rohan. That was amazing. And speaking of amazing, one man amazed us and left us awestruck every time he stepped on a cricket field. He is the Superman of fielding and arguably the greatest fielder of all time. Calling on stage the South African legend, Jonty Rhodes, if you could please share a few thoughts.
Namaskar, everybody. Thank you. I'm from Goa. I mean, what do you, wow. If he says that, then say wow. That guy, he says Agassi. If he goes namaskar, then you can say wow. I'm a local guy. It's amazing to be here. And I think what is incredible, thank you for the very kind introduction. A lot of you might have remembered me sort of diving around the field. And it's interesting, the first question, Mr. Agassi, he's younger than me. Andre asked, he said, what has your body done? How has it handled all the sport? I didn't ask him the same question. And, you know, as a cricket player who flew around the field, I've realized that the flying is still possible. It's just the landing that's the issue at 55. So if you're playing pickleball, please, no flying, no diving. Landing is going to be difficult. But I think what is amazing for me is that as a fielding coach who's been in India since 2000, and my first Indian Premier League, 2009, where there's been a huge focus on fielding. So a lot of the times, I was never coached how to field. It was a combination of all the different sports that I played. And I think what's exciting for me is that it's not a case of you have to only play pickleball. Too often in India, we speak about the one sport, and it's obviously, as Rohan said, it's more than just a sport in India. But I've always pushed younger players, play badminton, play something that gets you moving laterally. Also, it opens up your vision, because cricket is just linear. It's a straight line. You bowl in a straight line, you bat in a straight line. And all these other sports will add to the game that you've chosen. And that's the one message that I have for pickleball, people who want to pick up playing pickleball in India. The second thing is that it is a community. Andre Agassi spent most of his life as an individual player, playing singles. Sure, he had a team around him that helped and supported him. But in a cricket environment, you always have 10 other teammates that you can rely on to not only physically, but also emotionally pick you up. And the importance of a community in developing talent and nurturing talent is essential. And I think that's what you're going to have here with pickleball, is a community that's ready. And it's no matter what the age is, the community is already there. And what we've seen with the Indian Premier League, having players and coaches coming from all over the world and playing here in India, the same thing will happen with pickleball, because international business people will arrive in Mumbai, in Delhi, in Bangalore, and they're looking for a paddle court, a pickleball, because this is the game that is taking place globally. And I think from that point of view, it's not just an Indian sport. We know it's not. It is something that's going to be played and enjoyed by everybody. And there's a great opportunity to grow the pickleball community, not just in India, but to be a part of a global community. And I think that is what really excites me, other than sitting next to Andre Agassi for 10 minutes. So thank you very much. I'm at a loss for words. My wife will tell you I can never keep quiet, but Mr. Agassi, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, John T. Always a delight to have you speak on the mic. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Presenting to you the first male tennis player to have won and completed a career super slam, winning all 4 majors, an Olympic singles gold medal, and the year-end title. He is one of the most popular athletes of all time, one of the finest tennis players to ever swing a racket, and a champion on and off the court. Can we hear it for the legendary Andre Agassi? We have a special video for you, Andre.
Andre Agassi fighting off the attempted repeated body bags, and they get within a point of victory here.
Andre, you were mentioning in one of your recent interviews that when you play pickleball, the enjoyment factor for you is off the charts and you're addicted to it and you would want to play it for as long as you can walk. Tell us more about it.
Hello? Oh, there we go. Hello. Well, first of all, thank you, and thank you for all the kind words, Janti and Rohan. I mean, I really appreciate it. It is wonderful to be back here in India. I've come here probably 2 to 3 times a year over the last handful of years, and have a great appreciation for this country. I'm doing a lot of work in education here, trying to make a difference on a real scalable level, and I'm a big fan of things that add to people's lives. Education has played a big role in my life, and now, if you can believe it, those of you that haven't experienced pickleball, I can say, and you will experience it one day, where pickleball will add a great deal to your life. It's what it's doing for me now. Over the last 2 years, I've been playing quite a lot. It's been a great outlet for me and my wife. Fantastic exercise. Those of you that watch it from a distance might think that it's, maybe old people play it or something, but I guess I'm a little old, but I promise you, you can challenge yourself on any level that you pour yourself into it. And, I'm proud to be here on behalf of DUPR, who it's the most accurate rating system in the sport. And I'm thrilled that to have the opportunity and the platform to hopefully grow this sport globally. I mean, we have 30 million people in America now playing it, more or less, and I promise you it's still at its infancy. I believe in the sport from top down, but believe in it mostly from a participation standpoint. What it brings to people's lives individually, what it brings to communities, what it brings to bringing people together, which is what life is about. If you don't know that yet, then it means you're very young, or even young. But when you get older, you start to realize that having reason to come together as a community is really the greatest thing that can add to your life. And it's not like tennis, there's been, and that's why I really appreciate Rohan being here, because he's not a tennis snob, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if you know that word snob, but it's, where you think that, you're sort of higher than something. I will always defend tennis as the most difficult racket sport in the world. I mean, there's nothing close to it. It demands the maximum from you physically, mentally, emotionally. It is skill and physicality unmatched. But with that being said, it's really hard to do, When my family comes to town, when my wife's family comes to town, it's hard to say, let's go play tennis together, And it's not because actually me playing it for my whole life gives us a chance, because I know what I'm doing, But people, it takes them a year to really start to get a lot out of tennis. Anybody can pick up a pickleball racket. Anybody. It's not intimidating. You grab the paddle and you try it. And every 10 minutes you get better. I don't care what level you play at. Every 10 minutes you get better. And the proximity, it's not, you're not on an island way over there, things happen very quickly. Not as fast as tennis, but there's more distance. It happens close, and you got to control the blood pressure, and you got to move urgently because the ball doesn't come to you. So the exercise, the health, mental, physical, it's going to grow like you can't even imagine, and it's going to add to people's lives here. The infrastructure is not going to cost much. It's not like tennis, where you have to learn the fundamentals, right? You have to, like cricket, you have to learn the fundamentals right, else you can't really, you don't really have to in pickleball until you start getting better and you start getting challenged. And then when you get challenged, you ask the person you're playing with, how did you do that? You know what I mean? And they tell you, and then you try it, and then now you're addicted on a different level, and your levels keep going up, and it's so stimulating. One last thing, I know I'm talking too much, maybe you wanted to ask something, I'm not sure, but if I go play tennis now with my wife or friends that, I spend a lot of energy, and I can do it for a period of time until I'm exhausted. And then I come home and I take a shower and I'm ready to do anything. Okay, I got a meeting, I got a business meeting, I got this, I got that. When I play pickleball, the same exhaustion happens, except when I get home. I just realized this within the last few months. I can't go from the pickleball court to a meeting because I'm so tired mentally too. I mean, like tennis physically, no question, and you're concentrating, but you get these breaks, Pickleball, you don't get it. So I get home and I'm going, why am I so I'm just laying on the couch and in the beginning when my wife wasn't playing, she looked at me like, you just played pickleball. What's the matter? Like, what are you doing? but I promise, like, I realize, like, I'm honestly as tired mentally as I am physically, and it was like I just came out of a swimming pool with my clothes, you know? I mean, that's how much you sweat. It helped me lose 40 pounds. I mean, I should never have had the 40 pounds, but I blame India for some of those pounds, by the way, especially the spicy stuff. But in any case, you know, again, I think pickleball is going to add a great deal to this country. It's going to add a great deal to sport. Olympics, I absolutely can see it. I think it's going to maybe even happen sooner than you're hoping. It's going to add to people's lives. It's going to add to your health. It's going to add to your communities. It's going to add. So it really makes sense, and it's very smart to see this as an opportunity. You know, not just for business, but to extend lives and give a better quality of life by introducing this to families. It's generational. You were saying it's generational. Your daughter, your father, everybody can come play. I mean, in America, last thing I think, in America, you go to a pickleball facility and I look forward to seeing where you're going to host, you know, PWR, and you see everything. You see real good players playing. I was there with pros. You know, it was like 4 of us, and we're killing each other. I mean, trying to. And then next to us were like 4 ladies in their 60s, late 60s, and they're laughing, and then next to them it was like 3 generations of the same family, and they're having a great time, and they're teaching each other, and they're engaging. And every single court had a different dynamic. Only one thing in common: everybody was having the time of their life, and I credit pickleball for that. And I really, really hope. How many of you play? How many of you have played? Oh my God, here we go. I mean, I love it. So thank you for having me, and I look forward to sharing this in many ways moving forward.
Andre, incredible what you just drew us into over there. And you spoke about participants, and after the United States of America, in terms of participation, India ranks number 2 for pickleball. And that's the number of people who are just picking up the sport. And if you were to send out a message to all the kids, and especially the parents who would want to consider or possibly not considering pickleball as a career in India, what would that message be?
Oh, there we go. My message is, it's a win for your lives on every level. First of all, it's not going to make you go broke like other sports, like tennis, right? It's affordable. You can experience success which is great for just social development, just children developing emotionally, mentally. It's healthy. It's going to extend their life. And what else would I say? I'd say, you know, give it a go, because it's all you have to do is try it a few times, and it'll be part of your life.
Superb. So with that, we know that the PWR DUPR India League kicks off next month, and it's with the 6 iconic teams: Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore. I want to ask you this, Pranav, with a whopping prize pool of close to 5.5 crore rupees. Just take us through the enormity of what this will do for the sport and for sport in general for the country.
Hello. Yeah. Look, I think prize money is of importance, but not of prime importance. I think that prize money is to encourage those parents who are not, looking at pickleball as a career option. It's also to, have some of the top players from across the globe. But I think the magnitude of it will come from, the operation, the way we're setting it up with respect to, the kind of media dissemination, the kind of coverage that we'll have, with the Times Group backing it. I think that's where it's going to basically go into every household across India. And I think that's where the difference is going to come from. So I think prize money is, in my opinion, is a means to an end kind of a thing. But of course, an important means to an end. But brings a lot of the great players from the US to come and play, allows us to get some of the top players from Asia as well, Australia and everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I think the kind of media estimation that's going to get is where we're hoping the sport gets much bigger. That's what I feel. And I just want to quickly pose one question to Andre as well. Andre, for all of us who are here, I think DUPR is a new term. If you could just elaborate on what DUPR is and your involvement with DUPR, because obviously you're here on behalf of DUPR, and DUPR is a naming sponsor for us. So that would be great if you just could put some light on that.
Sure. Well, I'm part owner of DUPR in all transparency and disclosure. I believe in it. What DUPR is, it's a technology platform that has the most accurate way to rate your performance as a pickleball player. This is the fundamental of what it's doing. For starters, this is very important because as you play pickleball, as you make time in your life, in your daily schedule, and you want to go maximize the hour or 2 hours that you've allocated to play pickleball, you want to make sure that the people you're playing with are, depending on what your objectives are that you're maximizing that time. Because like I could sit here and like you're talking about how good you are at pickleball, right? Yeah. Earlier, amazing. Right?
Yeah, I'm at 3.6.
Now we could go play, and we're not going to know until we play,
DUPR?
right?
Andre, what's your DUPR?
My DUPR is higher than anybody sitting at this table right now.
I can check it on the app.
There's only one person up here that can beat me at tennis, and he's sitting next to me. So, and then also with DUPR, you can follow your improvements in a very personal way. You can discover new things, new experience, ways to improve. You can follow the people you're competing against and see where they're improving. So it's a great platform to bring the participants of pickleball into a higher quality of engagement.
Thank you, Andre. And I blame DUPR for the prize money now. So I just wanted to bring it back full circle, because the higher the DUPR, the more money the players want. So, it's, and we want to bring the best players from across the world. We have some of the highest DUPR rated players amongst the top 10% of course. And for this part of the world, for Asia, we'll have some of the best players competing in the PWR DUPR League, and hence the enormous prize money.
Incredible. And now with that, I also open the floor to all our media friends for any questions that you would like to ask our legends, to Mr. Kohli, to Mr. Khanna, or to Mr. Jain. Of course, our three incredible legends. Any questions? All right. I have one for you, Jonty. You mentioned yesterday that you would love an outdoor activity. Like you're a fan of the ocean. You would love to maybe hit a pickleball court, but not someone who's a fan of going to the gym. So are you excited to play some pickleball today?
Whoa, I've seen my name, who I'm drawn against, and I'm worried about that DUPR ranking, because apparently he's the best. And I am quite competitive, regardless of my lots of enthusiasm and no skill. Pretty much how I handled life, with a cricket bat or with a paddle. What do you call this thing, a racket? So I'm a little bit nervous about getting on the field here with the quality that we have at this table, regardless of the DUPR scores.
Fantastic. We can't wait for that exhibition match. It starts in moments from now. Rohan, just one quick question. Your former Davis Cup teammate, Purav Raja, made an incredible transition from tennis to pickleball. Do we also see you sometime in the future transitioning towards pickleball?
Hello? Yeah, Purav's been asking me for quite some time to get on it. Yeah, this is, I think, second time I'm just stepping on a pickleball court.
The last time it was
Purav
February.
brought me, and then Pranav was there as well, and last time, and so it's good to be back here, but yeah, never know, never say never, and so after listening to Andre, playing with the family always gives you extra motivation anytime sport can be played with everyone, and so yeah, this could be an option for sure.
Indeed, indeed. The last time we spoke, it was February when you stepped on a pickleball court in Mumbai itself, and you were blown away by the response the sport was receiving. What do you make of the growth you see now in this sport?
I think it's really incredible. Like I said, I think anytime a sport is growing like this. It's beautiful. That means everybody wants to step out, be outdoors, play a new sport, and I think it's healthy and it's great. And I wish everyone does pick it up, and it'll be a massive success.
Indeed, indeed. Any questions from the media? Yes, sir.
Not from the media, but I want to ask a question to Mr. Agassi. Tennis has evolved over the years, like when you were playing, and of course when I was a kid and playing, we started with the wooden rackets, and then we graduated to steel rackets, and then the graphite racket, and the speed of the game started going faster. Now with pickleball, we are pretty close to each other, and what are the chances that as technology goes up, I know that they are stopping high-powered paddles, but over a period even those will come. Chances of injuries that are going to happen. Is there a fear of that? And if it's going to go to the Olympics, it's definitely going to get faster.
Yeah, it's definitely getting faster, unquestionably. Injury from the ball, I don't worry so much. I mean, only place you really have to worry is the eyes. So that would be a simple, glassware if you really needed it. But injuries happen mostly in pickleball physically because everybody can play it even if you never picked up a paddle or a racket in your life. So it looks achievable, and it is achievable, except if you're not used to moving to hit something and the ball is over there, people make movements, and so it's an orthopedic's dream in many ways. That people that never played pickleball try it because they're going to have some business for a few months. You know what I mean? But with that being said, like tennis, you're always looking for, power control, right? And there's no strings on the paddle, so you look for traction and bite so that you can control the ball. And there's a give and take between speed and spin, which allows for players to play it in their own sort of style. And then you can also offset power by being a little bit better at keeping the ball where it's hard to not play with risk, right? We've seen this with Ash Barty in the women's game, right? All these big girls who hit the ball so hard, and she knows how to keep the ball in certain spots where they can't do it, right? We see it in the men's game. There's ways to work around power. So for me, they need to govern it from a viewership perspective, not from a playing, danger perspective.
Hello. Hi, Mr.
Yes.
Agassi.
Yeah.
Of course, it's very exciting to see that your endorsement to this sport will definitely make it more popular also. If I had to ask you, while you were transitioning from tennis to pickleball, and what are the do's and don'ts that you see for people who are transitioning from other sports while doing that? Few things you kept in mind while managing expectations, what things you have to let go of? If you could answer that.
So it depends if you're talking singles or doubles, right? So
Singles, let's go there.
Well, if you're talking singles, it's pretty straightforward for a tennis player to quickly adapt and maximize their abilities in singles. Excuse me. The geometry, it's the same geometry applies. You're trying to get in, and then you're sort of using, geometry to maximize your position. When it comes to doubles, honestly, one of the things that I experienced is I had to actually unlearn some things, some tendencies, right? So in tennis, you sort of move with the ball from a distance, and then you're using a lot of energy sort of through the ball. In pickleball, you have to have urgency because the ball's not going to come to you, and it's such a short distance. So if the ball's coming quick or if it's coming slow, you have to have urgency to get to the ball, but then you got to calm down when you execute the ball. So it's actually very counterintuitive for a tennis player to learn how to change their blood pressure, right? Urgent, easy, right? In tennis, it was always easy, explode, right? So it's a big change in doubles, but singles is pretty straightforward. In the sense if you played tennis your whole life.
Any more questions? Yes, please go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. I'm Ayush Kataria from Pickleball Now. My question is to both Andre and Rohan. So Andre, you recently predicted that Asia will see a lot of growth for pickleball in the next 5 years with the PWR DUPR India League serving an ace for the sport. Where do you both see the pickleball going in the next 5 years, and do you think it can provide the boost needed for it to be part of the 2036 Olympics?
Did you understand?
Yeah.
I didn't understand. Sorry, he's interpreting. You were very fast at the end. Oh, what? Okay. You want me to go ahead? Yeah, sure.
I think every time, an association, a corporate and players come together, the sport is going to grow. This is what we need. We already have so many players playing pickleball. We have, great support here and a fantastic league which is going to be launched and which is being launched rather. So I think in the next few years, the sport is, first of all, many more people are going to start playing it, and that automatically when you start playing it, the interest gets better and the league is definitely going to pick up, and also, the competition is going to get tougher and better for the next few years.
Yeah, I mean, I echo the same thing. I think there is a top-down and bottom-up approach to any new, let's say, industry marketplace. And I think what PWR is doing is they're bringing a real top-down approach and bottoms-up approach. So unless somebody can see the inspiration of how it can be played, they'll be less likely to get involved. But at the same time, bringing it to the people to give them that experience is a great thing. So I could see PWR being on television, which would be very inspiring to the scalability of it, and at the same time, they're bringing it from an experiential perspective on the ground. So to me, that's a win-win. I mean, I think in America, for example, football, or I don't know if you call it football or soccer here, but soccer never really took off like it did in so many other places in the world because of the TV, right? It's like we can't advertise because you play for 90 minutes like straight, so there's no advertising. So TV's not having it, so kids aren't seeing it and exposed to it as much, and that's a big deal. So I think having a league that brings it to the people, as well as, eventually, if not already, I don't know where exactly it stands with the TV rights, but bringing it to the people from the ground level and also from a television perspective will be great for the growth of the game.
That's fantastic. Any more questions? Yes, please.
Yeah, hi, my question's for both Rohan and Andre. A few months ago, Novak Djokovic talked about how tennis is in trouble because pickleball is growing because of the inclusivity that pickleball has. Everybody can play it, like you both rightly said so. Do you see that actually happening, that tennis is becoming a little bit more endangered because it's not that available to everybody, and pickleball is available to everyone?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Novak's heart is always in the right place when it comes to these thoughtful considerations. But with that being said, if you think through it a little bit further, I think pickleball has had a positive impact on tennis. I've seen many clubs throughout the United States that were struggling economically, and they've taken one tennis court and they turned it into 3 pickleball courts or 2 pickleball courts, and all of a sudden there's 8 people playing in less than this space, and economically they were able to stay alive. And so I do think that they can play very nicely in the sandbox. I don't think they cannibalize. I think they're actually quite symbiotic. So if you think about it, tennis is a sport that unless you do it really well, you want to watch more than maybe even play. In a pickleball, you want to play more than you want to watch once you get the bug, right? So it's almost like a beautiful full circle, racket marriage, if you will. So I don't see how they conflict with each other at all. I think nobody's ever going to play pickleball their whole life and then go to tennis, right? Because because tennis is the Mount Everest. I mean, if you want to really learn that, the sooner you try to start learning it, the better you are. But everybody will go from tennis to pickleball. And I'm not just being, I mean literally, everybody that plays tennis will at some point in their life go to pickleball. Whether it's age, whether it's, like, I can still get better at something. I mean, how good is that? I can't get better at tennis. I mean, I get pissed when I play tennis now because it's like, doesn't feel right anymore, you know? So I think they play together very nicely.
It's a win for racket sports, and just beautifully explained the synergy. Rohan, you want to add to it?
I
Please?
think I'm just going by what Andre said, that everybody after playing tennis ball will come to pickleball. The journalist who asked the question has been in tennis for 20 years and he's come to pickleball here. So, you know, that answers the question itself.
Superb. I'll just allow one question, the final one.
Hi. A question for Mr. Agassi. You spoke about coming back to India for your business ventures. What else draws you back to the country besides your work out here?
Besides what?
Besides your work, your educational ventures. You spoke about your education. Besides what else draws you back to our country?
So, because of my desire to scale what it is I'm doing in the pickleball space and the education space, I am now clear that I want me and my family to experience the countryside, you know, of India. You know, there's so much to see here, so much to enjoy. I've only been to Delhi, Mumbai, Kochi, Tamil Nadu. You know, I've been only to, you know, a handful of places multiple times for some specific reasons, but I've got to enjoy the culture, the peaceful people, the way. I mean, it's beautiful. My wife has been here a couple times on her own separately, but coming together as a family is now really a part of our future. So, yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but coming here originally was spreading my educational mission to affect as many children as possible. And now with pickleball to grow the sport as much as possible. But it's also now come into our life more personally.
That's beautiful. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. The greats, the legends will hop over to that pickleball court and we'll have some quality pickleball in action on display for all of us. Before that, a massive thank you to Mr. Vineet Jain, Mr. Pranav Kohli and Mr. Aditya Khanna. Thank you so much. And requesting Rohan, Andre and Jonty to join us on the pickleball court.
So nice to see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. All right, then we have Rohan Bopanna and Andre Agassi up against each other for the first time ever in this exclusive exhibition match here. Wow. What a rally. Now we know why your DUPR rating is so high, Andre. Wow! How good was that? Here we go. Rohan with the serve. Andre, one of the greatest returners of all time. Wow. Two former world number ones up against each other here on a pickleball court. Ooh, that was close. Ooh. Come on, Andre. Wow. Well done, Andre Agassi. Woo! Wow. Delicate touch there. Nice angle there. Just missing. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Can we hear it once more for Andre and Rohan? More noise for the legends. Wow. Ooh. Rohan Bopanna with top quality footwork there, showing us why he's the ageless wonder. Requesting the Managing Director of the Times Group, Mr. Vineet Jain, sir, if you could also step on court, and also co-founder of the PWR Group, Mr. Aditya Khanna, if you could step on court, please. All right, perfect. Justin teaming up with Andre now. Here we go. On the other side, you have Mr. Vineet Jain and Rohan Bopanna. Wow. Top quality, hands at the net. Can we hear it for Vineet, sir? Well done, at the net. Ooh. Oh! Well done. Oh. Justin with a serve. Andre and Rohan now. Justin. Wow. Justin, this is Rohan's second time on a pickleball court. Give him 6 months, he'll be ready. They're saying give him just 10 minutes. Ooh. If we could just switch sides now, if Vineet sir, you could come partner with Andre. Vineet sir. And Justin and Rohan. Let's have a 5-point game now. 5-point game to start this partnership. All right, we start this on Rohan's serve. Here we go. 1-0 in favor of Rohan and Justin. It's a 5-point game. In comes Mr. Jain. Now Andre with the return. Wow. Top quality dinks. It's 1 each now. Rohan with a serve, 1 each here. Okay, we're going to have another serve. Here we go, 1 each. Superb. Ooh, oh! All right. 2-1 here. Whoa, what an angle. 3-1. That was in. That lands in. We also have a super sub. Jahan, you want to step in? Super sub. We're at 3-1. Justin, we also have a super sub. Jahan, who would like to come in after this point. Here we go. Andre with the return. Wow, break of serve there. Wow, what a forehand. Whoa. Well done, sir. Incredible. From Mr. Vineet Jain, superb shot making. Now we have a super sub, Jahan Singh, coming in alongside co-founder of the PWR group. Okay, we just have Jahan for now. Rohan, you and Jahan pair up. 2 points to go here. Four to 3 here. Oh, what a serve. Nice, nice. Mr. Aditya Khanna, if you could join in now as a super sub. The co-founder of the PWR group. Okay, we are at 4-all. The final point here, 4-all. Match point. Pressure mounting. And Rohan and Aditya take it. Aditya having the wonderful support alongside. And what a performance. Thank you so much, Rohan Bopanna, Andre Agassi, Mr. Vineet Jain, Mr. Aditya Khanna. And now requesting the entire Pickleball World Rankings team to step on court for a quick photo. Calling on court the entire PWR team. If you could please come on court. Do you want to share a few thoughts on that experience? Anything? How did you feel?
You know, my prediction was, but it's so much fun to watch, how a tennis player can pick it up, but it's very it's counterintuitive. You know, so it took, you know, Rohan a bit, but now all of a sudden you can feel him start to get better fast.
Indeed, this is just his second time on a pickleball court, and with wisdom from your end, I'm sure he'll pick it up very fast. Requesting everyone to, yes, Pranav, if you could please join Mr. Pranav Kohli, Mr. Uday Singh, please, please. Justin, please. Can we hear it once more for all our wonderful gentlemen here? A huge round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone coming in. Just requesting for one more photo. Sir, please come. Just requesting for one more photo. Please join. Please join. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. Can we hear it once more for Mr. Vineet Jain, Andre Agassi and Rohan Bopanna?
काला सलमान आप भी चले जाए स्टोरी में
आया हूँ एक मैच देखने वाले बैडमिंटन
तो भाई हरा दो
four times, five times, sorry. All of us. The world champion.
Thank you.
Yes, my dad. Hi. Yes, DJ. At the events जो हमारे पिकलबॉल सब में ये DJ है. आदित्य से तो आप मिले ना?